There we go. What's up, everybody? How we doing? Today is Thursday, December 12th. And we got the lighting looking pretty decent here today, taking the call from my office at home. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna try to start working from home now, but I did one podcast episode with my first guest, Jay, and I took the call from at home, and I just felt like the lighting was just trash, bro. Like I don't know if anyone's ever looked in the mirror or like looked at their phone and opened it up and you're like, dang, bro, why do I look so weird and ugly right now? Like, normally I'm like confident in the way I look, but the lighting just looked so bad. I felt like, holy crap, I feel weird. But I had to switch it up, get a little creative. The lighting looks decent, except for I think I look extremely white right now. Maybe need to make it a little bit tan. But anyway, um, I'm excited. I think today's video is going to be a little bit shorter. I don't really know exactly what I want to talk about. I've lately been going back to the things that I've been studying, and really just trying to not just read them, but study them. And in terms of sharing things, I feel like I want to talk a little bit more about habits. Now, with habits, there's so many things to talk about, but hopefully I can say something that inspires at least one person today. But anyway, everybody, welcome to the Best Self Weekly podcast where we focus on being your best self every single day, today, tomorrow, and every day, every week. So, man, we focus on self-improvement here, and let's get right into it. So, habits are so important. And I also wanted to talk today a little bit about another way to build confidence. So, build confidence and habits. I can write that down so I can stay on track, man. But okay, so let's talk about confidence first, building confidence. Now, the very first episode, the very first thing I usually share with people is that you can build confidence through picking just like 3 to 5 habits that you know for a fact that they serve you. And if you do them every single day with action, with doing the right habits, building the right habits, that makes you feel like you have more of a sense of control in your life and it will ultimately help you feel more confident. And that's not what I want to talk about today because I've talked about that a decent amount already, but I wanted to say something, else about habits. And this, to be honest, I learned this from Atomic Habits. And, I just feel like there's this belief that, people think that they can just be an overnight success, that they can have a almost near death experience, all of a sudden blow up on social media, which I guess is possible, but like, you know, people have this idea, but I think people need to realize that the overnight success thing is very rare. And the author of Atomic Habits, James Clear, goes on to say that he has never met anyone that just blew up overnight without putting in the work. And what he says is, his success story comes from a lot of small wins and a lot of small habits that over time compounded to a lot of wins. And he says that there wasn't really one specific moment in his life, a breakthrough moment. It was always just a lot of them, a lot of moments of him, chasing success and building those habits. So on the journey, to being the best version of yourself, it's definitely a lot of small wins. It's a gradual evolution, so to say. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover today because if you look at him and his example in his life, he rode the bench at baseball, barely made the team, and then he worked his way up to finally, being a team captain and whatnot. But anyways, I also want to talk about how the quality of our life depends upon our habits. So the quality of our life depends upon our habits. And with the same habits, you're going to get the same results. But with better habits, really anything is possible. And changes that seem that are very small at first will lead to remarkable results, if they are the right actions. And I feel like we all know with our intuition if the actions that we're taking are the right actions that are align with our goals, you know? So those were kind of two things I wanted to go over. But the thing is if you're willing to stick to those habits for years, that's when they could possibly pay off. You know, so you have to stick with them, be willing to stick with them for years, give it time. Um, but yeah, I mean, I really like James Clear's story. And, he just talked a little bit about him. Not that he was like a phenomenal baseball player, like he didn't play pro, but he started off his college career as a scrawny little, well, he was 6'4", but he was still only 170 pounds. And through lifting weights a couple of times during the week, he eventually ended his college career weighing like 200 pounds. So he gained 30 pounds of muscle just by simply doing those small things of like lifting every day and probably eating just, a decent amount of food. And then in terms of his performance, he went from riding the bench and barely playing and barely make the team to eventually being named team captain. And then he got a lot of ESPN awards. And then academically, he worked his way up to receive the highest academic award that you possibly can at his school and like a bunch of other ESPN awards. So anyway, those are kind of three examples of just one period of his life where it took time for his, sleeping habits. It took time for his lifting habits. It took time for his study habits, and all those different kind of habits for him to eventually achieve all the things that, he went on to achieve. So I just want to say to anyone out there, be patient. Just make sure your habits align with the mission of being your best self. Just number one thing, do that, and then do them and give them time and be patient. So the three things, right? Make sure your habits are aligned with your best self. Make sure that you do them every single day. And the third thing, make sure that you're consistently doing them. It might be annoying, kind of hard to do them some days, but just try your best. And if you skip a day, don't give up. Just keep going, have a better day. But the point is to just giving it time to keep trying. So those are the few lessons, in terms of building habits that I want to share with everyone. And then the other thing, like I kind of started talking off about, was building confidence. So I just want to say that we can for sure build confidence through our habits 100%, but that's not the point I want to make. The point I want to make is physically, if you look good, you will get more confidence. And that's what I wanted to say. And for example, I've always been extremely white, and the lighting is making me look a little extra white. But what I'm saying is, um, I wanted to get a little bit more tan, so I'll put on tanning oil and I'll walk outside, or I'll even buy like a little bit of this like spray thing that I rub in, because when you look your best, you feel the most confident. So another way to build confidence is looking your best. If you're extremely white, get some sun. And if it's too cold and you live in a cloudy place, then just, I don't know, buy some, lotion tan that you can just rub in. Do what you have to do, then whiten your teeth. Like I used to have really, really yellow teeth. And I used to drink a lot of mate from Uruguay, from South America, the yerba, and it would make it even more white or more yellow. So what I started doing when I was sick of having super yellow teeth is I would use the Crest 3D strips once in a while, but I started using just a little bit of baking soda in my on my toothbrush as I would put a little toothpaste on. So that's another like life hack. So and I'll even like shave my arms and legs because it makes me feel more clean. Trying to put on more muscle, trying to be cut. You know, Getting a haircut every 2 weeks, 3 weeks is what I try to do. Flossing the teeth, just like I don't know, man. What I'm trying to say is another way to build confidence is to look your best. Look your best. And I know guys have it a lot easier than girls. I don't even know what the heck all the girls have to do. But for guys, it's a little bit more simple. I love it. If you feel like your face isn't that attractive as a guy, you could probably just grow a beard. That's something that we guys have, but girls have makeup and all that stuff. But on a serious note, everybody, those were the couple things that I wanted to share. Kind of just a recap that overnight successes aren't really real, very rare. So you really have to depend upon a lot of small wins and tiny wins and just give it time, to really become that best version of yourself on that journey. The other thing is the quality of our life depends upon our quality of habits. Therefore, The habits might seem small at first, but if you give them time, they can lead to remarkable results. But you have to do them long enough. You have to do them for years. And then we kind of went over James Clear's story as an athlete, his transformation, how it said it took him years to, put on those, I think, 30 pounds of muscle, become a team captain from riding the bench, academically, all those achievements at the end of his career, academic career. So, and even him as an entrepreneur, he just started off with the blog, like, um, writing slowly, and then he like grew his email list to something like absurd, like crazy amount, but it took him years. So, those were the things we recapped. And then obviously that last thing was another way to build confidence. The two ways to build confidence, pick some habits that are small, simple disciplines, easy to do, easy not to do them every day, have a couple of them. And the second thing is just physical presence will help you look better. That's one of the reasons why, I want to lift weights. Yeah, it helps me mentally with the mental health and everything. But at the end of the day, just trying to look your best physically is what matters. Not it's not what matters. Is what can play a part in the confidence is what I meant to say, right? So yeah, that's everything I wanted to talk about today. Just a simple little episode. I hope everybody can be the best version of themselves today, tomorrow, and every single day. I appreciate you giving me a listen today, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll be posting a very awesome episode with another young, driven entrepreneur named Aaron later today. I'm super excited. He's a beast, and you can expect to hear a lot about self-discipline on that. But I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for giving it a listen.